A live look at D.W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. And the Razorbacks headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Georgia's offense to go on the attack first. And here are the starters on the offensive front, and you won't find one much better in the country.
And it's amazing every year, man. We do these games, and we've done them for so long, and year after year, you can just hang your hat. Like this group up front on the offensive line is going to be physical. It's going to be tough. It's going to start there. And Palmer, it's no different in this contest.
They've done such a good job, I think, too, developing guys up front, because they're not always getting five-star talent, but this coaching staff, year in, year out, they're able to get the most out of these guys, get them in the weight room, get their weight up, work on the technique, the fundamentals, and they all work so well together. They're so well coached up front, and no different this year with this unit.
He's got the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
They'll go to the counter play. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Snap from the gun on third down. Punts it out of the air. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And I love that the defense was ready for the speed out wide. This offense, you're going to see more and more of it as the game goes along. They love to use his speed to run across the formation. You can run away from defenders, run away from zone coverage, but they were all dialed.
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. The Dogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. On the delay, it's Phillips. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Well, the gamble by the head coach early in the game really pays off. Remember, they went for it on fourth down to stay on the field. They wanted to be aggressive, and now they get to pay it off, scoring a touchdown. Really nice job. It's always a massive gamble as a head coach taking those risks, but when you've got an offense like this, that really wasn't that tough of a decision.
And I think defensively, that kind of takes the wind out of your sails. Like, you get so excited. You force the fourth down, maybe a punt, maybe a field goal, whatever it is. I'm going to get off the field, and then they get it. And they finished with this drive together. You're right. Circle that fourth down. That was a big one.
So Arkansas's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. K.J. Jackson. He's trying to bounce back from a 4-interception game in their last loss. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, he shows you his speed and his power on that run. As far as I can think back to, Arkansas football always comes down to being able to run the football on offense. It's about grinding and wearing the opponent down. They always seem to be able to recruit outstanding athletes at that position. This guy is no different.
The Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Jackson gonna throw it. Under fire. He's gonna run it. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's looking deep. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Wants to return it. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Making side adjustments here. Running inside. It's Temple. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it on the outside. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. On the ground with the counter. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. Motion from the wide receiver. Jackson will throw. Fires left side, it's Smith. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Platt. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. They'll send the tight end in motion. The run inside. It's Smith. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
To the air on second down. Going to try to get it himself. And he'll be brought down.
He does a really good job here. You want to get a huge play. You got to push the ball down the field. You need a bunch of yards. But wait a minute. Now he can just tuck it, scramble, go get you a bunch of yards. Now put you in a great third down situation. Real heads-up play by the quarterback.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut. Georgia sends out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. That's caught. It's Marshall. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Jackson gonna throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Fires downfield. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll try to do it himself. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Punt is on its way. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Humphries. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Finds the tight end. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
He's going to fire to the left. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
And that's how you flip the field really quickly. Go from being on your side of the field, creating the explosive play, getting some momentum for this offense, and getting towards scoring position.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Pocket breaking down. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to get it in. And they will score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Running inside, it's Smith. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Jackson will throw. He lobs one high down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Coach Ryan Silverfield told me coming out of the locker room at the half, they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Makes the grab. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out of the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. The keeper on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack him coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. On the draw, it's Temple. Finding some room. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. Hit as he throws. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they they get him at the 21.
And they finally get their first sack of the day. And one of the things coaches point to every week, how many times are you affecting the quarterback? Last week, they got 3 sacks. They got to continue to put more and more pressure on the quarterback to play better defense.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. Catch is made at the 15. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Looking to throw on 1st down. Keeps looking downfield. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Fires one high and deep. Brings it down on the right side. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the 1st down and avoid settling for the field goal. They'll try to run for it. There's a little room there. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. And the Dogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the red zone, it's Temple. Tough, determined run. Gets it down to the 12.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the 2nd half, and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. He wants to change this route. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along,
touchdown Bulldogs! And the pummeling has started. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They took it 64 yards right down the field, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Here comes the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And this is one of those tapes that you don't want to watch. I mean, I'm not sure what to point to. And listen, they got to take deep shots. I get it because they're down by a lot. But this just did nothing well, man. It's just a goose egg on the scoreboard, and this is a tape they're going to want to burn.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. And the Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. They'll go to the counter. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Unleashes it on the run. Got him downfield. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. So now it's 2nd and long. Jackson gonna throw it. Makes the grab on the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Just keep slinging it. Here's the pressure. Firing to the right, complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Runs into a wall, they'll give him 1 out to the 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. On the draw, it's Phillips. Across the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Georgia lining up to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session. because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground. Get what you can get in.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting